G'day, it's Pete here and welcome back to week 2, day 4 of this double short course, where today we're going to be looking at 1, 2, 3 doubles, which are actually a sequence of doubles. So what are we actually going to cover today? So 1, 2, 3 doubles start with a values double. Now remember back in the first week when we were talking about different types of doubles, and some of the doubles are values doubles. Now people often misconstrue these as penalties doubles, but they're actually a little bit different. Values doubles show points. Now you might be interested in penalizing them, but you're not showing like a trump stack or things like that. You're showing points. You're showing a good hand. So values doubles should be clearly defined as slightly different to penalty doubles, but they show a good hand and they start this sequence. 1, 2, 3 doubles. So today what we're going to cover is what is a values double, the main situations where values doubles come up, the 1, 2, 3 sequence, the takeout double, to convert or not. Like if your partner makes a takeout double, should we convert it or not in this sequence after the values double? The penalty double when it comes up. Inferences from playing this 1, 2, 3 sequence and failure to make these doubles. And a slightly different sequence which can often get confused, and we'll try and show the differences there. Anyway, first of all, values doubles, the main situations. So let's look at some of these. The main situations that come up are when the opponents open 1 no trump and we double them. So if they open 1 no trump and we double, it just shows a good hand, sort of 16 or more points. Another time that can come up is if we open 1 no trump and the next hand intervenes with some conventional call. So if it's something completely conventional that doesn't show anything about the suit that they play, I like to play double is values, in intermediate or plus, not 16 plus. So as responder, what you need for a values double actually changes based on what bids they've made or what's prior happened. But after your side's opened a no trump and the next hand intervenes with something completely artificial, double is just values, invitational or better. Another situation that can come up with a values double, the opponents do an unusual no trump, a jump to 2 no trump, showing the 2 lowest unbid suits. If responder doubles that, they're showing values. This time, because the opener can be a little bit weaker, they're showing 10 or more points. Or another time that comes up a lot, especially here in Australia, is after a multi-2. So if the opponents open a multi-2, completely conventional, nothing about diamonds, double is values, 16 or more. If the first person to act, the overcaller, or makes a values double, it's 16 or more. If responder makes a values double, if it's opposite a strong no trump, it's 8 or more points. If it's opposite a normal opening bid, it's 10 or more points. So there's some of the normal situations where a values double can come up, and basically that will start a 1, 2, 3 sequence. So a 1, 2, 3 sequence is first double values, second double takeout, third double penalties. That's first double values, second double takeout, third double penalties. 1, 2, 3. So here on this hand, if the east hand opens 1 no trump, here with 16 points, this hand can double. Now it's not a penalty double. You're not sad if your partner passes this, but you're showing values. You're just showing 16 or more points. Whereas if we look to another situation where our partner opens 1 no trump and the opponents come in with 2 clubs, and the 2 club bids alerted, and it says they have both majors. Okay, they've got both majors and enough to overcall. So what we can do here is double says I have values. I have invitational or better values. So here, this would be 8 or more points. And it's not necessarily you're going to penalize the opponents, but you're starting a values double and setting up this 1, 2, 3 sequence. Okay. Another sequence where you might play a values double is when partner opens and the next hand overcalls 2 no trumps for the minors. Unusual 2 no trumps. If you double here as responder, you're showing values. This time partner's only shown a normal opening hand, not that stronger medium range for a strong no trump. This time they've only shown 12 points. The responder needs a little bit more to make their values double. So here this is showing 10 or more points. Okay, so there are just a few different examples of when a values double will come up. So next of all, the second double, the takeout double. So how does this operate? So basically, just like all the other situations, I've got one more example of a values double. So here, if it goes 2 diamonds and they open 2 diamonds as a multi-2, showing either a weak 2 in hearts, a weak 2 in spades, or a big hand, you can double, and this just says, partner, I have a strong hand. 16 or more points, just like if you doubled 1 no trump. You're showing values. So how does the next hand, what does it do for the takeout double? So after your partner's shown a values double, either player can make a takeout double. So let's look at a situation here. So if it goes 1 no trump and it goes double, the next hand bids 2 clubs. Now, what subsequent doubles after these values doubles often cause confusion? Now, what 1, 2, 3 doubles clearly state is that the second double will be for takeout. So here, if you doubled, you're saying, I have a takeout of clubs. Partner, I'd like you to take it out. I've got short clubs, and please take it out. So you've got all the normal requisite things for a takeout double. Once your partner's shown values, you obviously don't need that many points to make a takeout double. You're just showing willingness to for partner to bid on. So you won't have nothing, but you are willing them to actually cooperate here. So double says, partner, I've got short clubs, I've got all the other suits, please take this out, and let's bid on from there. Okay, so after the values double, the second double here is for takeout. Now, after the values double, you're a lot closer to trying to penalize the opponents because you've got lots of the points and they don't have as many of the points. So when should the double be converted into penalties? Now, just like we talked about when we were talking about converting takeout doubles to penalties, the same rules apply. When you want to think, do I have enough defensive tricks? So thinking about your trump tricks and your sharp cards and things like that. Do I have enough high card points to beat the contract? So when you're assuming your partner's got points, remember that for every 6 points they have, they probably have a defensive trick. So using that as a gauge to work out, do we have enough tricks to try and beat it? And also you want to work out, do we have, like the comparative score, is doubling this and beating this better, or is bidding to our own game a better spot? So just like what you do for normal takeout doubles, in this situation after the values and then takeout double, you use the same guidelines to try and work out, should you convert this to penalties? But this double is a takeout double. Okay. Another situation is when you open 1 no trump and the next hand bids 2 clubs for the majors, and it goes double. So now let's say it goes 2 hearts. Here we don't want to make a takeout double, and you might be interested in penalizing them. Now, when you fail to make a double here, what is the inferences that can be gathered from the failure to make a 1, 2, 3 double, the second double in the line, or even a failure to make the penalty double later in the piece? So first of all, let's look at this. What does this pass here mean? So it's gone 1 no trump, 2 clubs, completely artificial, double, I have 8 or more points, I have values. So it sets up a situation for 1, 2, 3 doubles. The next hand bids, and you don't make a double here, which means you don't have a takeout double, so you have length in the suit. This means that you are likely to consider converting partner's double to penalties. So basically this pass implies length in the suit, and you're probably willing to convert the double to penalties. So if the auction went like this, you would have strong consideration to try and pass it out. Okay, and partner knows that you have length in the suit as soon as you don't make your takeout double there. So doubles takeout, first double values, 2 hearts. Your pass, when you fail to make the takeout double, says that you have length, and you're probably willing to convert it. Now when partner does double the second time, their double is takeout, but they have that inference that they know you don't have a takeout double. So here they are doubling because they are more willing to try and let you penalize this. Now basically their double is just more of a cooperative double, but essentially it is takeout, but they understand that you have length in the suit and you're more open to trying to penalize them. Okay, so if they don't want to try and penalize them, they could bid something. So they don't have to follow up with a double, but they understand that you have length in this suit when you fail to double. So when you pass, you don't have a take-out double, you have length in the suit. Okay, so that's one inference from when you make a failure to make the second double in the sequence, is that you actually have length in the suit. Also, if it gets to the position where the third double is going to possibly be made, which is a penalty double, so the sequence again is values, take out, penalties, and that third double is strict penalties. It says they're in trouble, let's start doubling them. Now, if either side fails to make a penalty double after two doubles have been made, it basically means they don't have length in it. The opposite inference that you could make here. So if they fail to make the third double, it's because they've got shortage, and you can now consider that partner wasn't willing to penalize it and consider things from there. But using this sequence, values, take out, penalties, you can also realize that when partner doesn't make it, it gives a whole lot of information about the hand, and you can judge whether or not to penalize it based on whether they pass and things like that. So here, when you pass over the two-heart bid, you are saying that you have length in the suit. So you're conveying information to your partner, not only with the doubles, but also with the passes that you make. Okay. So another example here is, let's say the auction goes like this. One no trump, and here is this south hand, we have 16 points, so we double. So we show our values. The next hand bids something artificial, two hearts, transfer to spades. Now what will the double here be? So this double here should be take out of the suit that they're showing. It's gone values and now take out, but they're saying that they have spades. So this is a takeout of spades. So North's got short spades and the other suits. So if they now bid two spades, a third double here is completing the sequence. It's values, I have a strong hand. Takeout, I have a short spade. Double, they're in trouble. Penalty double. We have finally made a penalty double. 1, 2, 3. Values, takeout, penalty. So now we have a clear understanding of what all the doubles are in the sequence when we start off with a values double. It's important to understand. If this south player didn't double here, this would imply that they don't have length in spades and that they're willing for their partner to take it out if they don't want to penalize it. But if the north hand had a good, not that north would make it take out double and then a penalty double, but this pass here would be no interest in penalizing by the south hand. Okay, so that's how the sequence works. Now, one of the times that there was a slightly different sequence is when your side starts off by bidding a suit. So sometimes the values doubles start off with a suit bid first. So let's say that the auction goes like this: one heart, and then you get the unusual two no trump overcall and a double. So we've got the values double in there, but this sequence has started with our side already mentioning a suit. So it's gone suit opening and now a values double. Now, once your side's already mentioned a suit, the need for takeout doubles, while not removed, has been lessened. So something that I like to do is, if our side has started with a suit bid and then made a values double, I like it to be suit, values, penalties. So if the auction went like this, instead of the second double being takeout in this sequence, I would play this as a penalty double because our side has started with a suit. So if it goes suit, values, then the next double's penalty. But if our side hasn't started with opening, hasn't started the bidding with bidding a suit, then it's just values, takeout, penalties. But when our side has started with a suit, I play so natural, values, penalty. So natural suit, values, penalty. Or if we haven't bid any suits whatsoever, then it's just values, takeout, penalty double. So if our side started with a suit, suit 1, 3. So we skip the two-step if our side has started with a suit. But if our side hasn't started with a suit, then the usual sequence of 1, 2, 3 doubles exists. So important recognition, which changes after the values double. So here, one heart, natural. The double here, 10 or more points because they're opposite just a normal opening bid. 3 clubs, double here would be penalties because our side has started with a suit. That's about all there is to 1, 2, 3 doubles. We gave the main situations where if they open a no trump and we double, or if we open and they overcall a no trump and we double. If we open a no trump and they bid something conventional with showing nothing about the suit, we can also play values doubles. Or if they open a multi-2, we can play values doubles. Or unusual 2 no trumps, we can get the values doubles in. Now, after normal values double situations, values take out penalties. First double values, second double take out, third double penalties. If partner fails to make a takeout double or a values double, if they fail to make a takeout double, they have length in the suit. If they fail to make a penalty double, they don't have length in the suit. Take inferences from the fact that they fail to pass. Fail to double, sorry. And then finally, the one change of how this sequence operates, the suit 1-3 doubles, where if your side starts with a suit first and then makes a values double, we skip straight to penalty doubles to try and penalize them, because the need to try and make takeout doubles, while still there, has been lessened because we've already got to say what our favorite suit is and start conveying this information a bit early on. So that's all that we had to talk about on values doubles and 1, 2, 3 sequence. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.